Today we're at Wildcat Lake, in fact the last day of the summer at the lake, and we're having a little cookout and so forth. And with us is Barbara and Dick Wilson, who are the founders of the Grandfather Home for Children Grandparents Club, which has been very, very successful. Now, when was this formed, this Grandparents Club?
Originally, we started the Grandparents Club at Hounders in 2000.
In 2000. And what did you all do to get it started?
I think really Jim Swincola helped us get it started. He came over to Hounders and talked to our Bible study group, and he told us about Grandfather Home for Children, about the dedicated staff that they have, and the children that have so much need, that his story touched our heart that we knew we had to do something, and somehow we came up with the idea of forming a grandparents club to help the children. We raise money to help them.
Have things that they don't get from the state, things that they have experienced for the first time.
Now, you were telling me that you started your fundraising efforts and then all of a sudden it started to spread around the mountains.
Well, yes, the first year we just talked to a few friends and told them about the Grandfather Home, and we raised $4,000. And the second year we got a little braver and we sent a few letters out to select friends, and we raised $12,000, wasn't it?
Right.
And the third year we decided that, if it works so well at Hounders Club, why not the other clubs and other communities and churches in the area? And today we have 17 or 18 chapters all helping raise money for the Grandparents Club. About 700 members of our Grandparents Clubs around the area.
Well, 700?
Yes.
And that's in North Carolina?
Yes, all in North Carolina.
So when you began, your first fundraising effort for the Grandparents Club was $4,000, right?
That was correct. 4,000, the second year 12,000, and then at the end of the 10th year, with the other chapters all helping, we reached a $1 million goal, which we thought was great. All that money going to the children, and there are absolutely no overhead or expenses deducted from those funds. All of the money is used for the children. Now we're in our 12th year of Grandparents Clubs, and we are well on our way to raising the second $1 million, probably in 6 years this time, rather than 10 for the first one. When she came, every time she talked to anybody, she had her hand in front of her mouth like this. And the staff finally realized that the reason she was doing this is her teeth were bad. She had never, in her 14 years, been to a dentist, ever. So we quickly got her to a dentist, paid for by the Grandparents Club. And when he was done with his work, we took care of the fee to the orthodontist. And after he was done working with her for about a year, all of a sudden her hand fell from her mouth to her side. Her personality blossomed, and her grades in school went right up. And that's life-changing.
Life-changing for sure.
Another story about a life-changing situation was a little girl who, for some reason, just pulled her hair out. I mean, she grabbed it by the fistful and pulled her hair out, so virtually had very little hair left. We took her to a wig salon and let her pick out a wig. She put that wig on, and she was so proud of the way she looked, she never pulled another hair on her head. And it changed her life forever, I'm sure. The little girl was taken from her home about midnight and only had the clothes that she was wearing. So here it's fall of the year. She was cold. Grandparents Club got her some new clothes, but we got her a new coat, hat, and gloves, which she needed for the cold weather. And she told me one day, she said, your members of your Grandparents Club don't even know me, but I just think they love me.